Welcome to this video version of the annual report for the Pelican Lake Association in Pelican Lake, Wisconsin. These are the highlights taken from the 2026 PLA newsletter, which you can download online at pelicanlakeassociation.org. This is the story about a group of people who love the great outdoors and the Northwoods. Many have fond memories of Pelican Lake going back to their childhood family trips and week-long vacations up north. Now, their strong desire is to pass that experience on to the next generation, so they have taken on a stewardship role toward the lake and surrounding area. In 2025, our association submitted a 10-year comprehensive plan to the Wisconsin DNR and strengthened its partnerships, science, safety work, and fundraising. This 10-year plan has created a guidebook for lake protection and future collaboration. Underway is a new high-resolution bathymetric survey lake mapping project that will replace this 1940 rough survey map of Pelican Lake. Just to give you perspective, the soundings were only taken every 250 feet. Unlike the old paper map, the new survey uses modern sonar to gather high-resolution digital information about the lake bottom. From this shared database, specialized maps can be generated to show depth contours, aquatic vegetation, and bottom hardness, along with analysis of hazards, sediment, and fish habitats. The next step is practical. Form a map strategy subcommittee so this data becomes useful for decisions, grants, permits, and long-term lake planning. The Water Quality Committee is dealing with EWM, Eurasian water milfoil. This is still Pelican Lake's greatest aquatic invasive species, or AIS, threat. Carried in on boats and trailers, it can take root in shallow water, spread into dense beds, crowd out native plants, and wrap around your propeller. In 2025, mechanical harvesting removed 3,425 cubic feet of EWM, supported by grants and monitoring. Another AIS tactic used is diver-assisted suction harvesting, DASH for short, to manually remove new colonies of the invasive plants at identified priority sites. The story of the Pelican Lake fishery is very encouraging. Surveys last fall by both the DNR and the Mole Lake Tribe rated Pelican Lake's fishery above average, with especially good news for walleye. The count of age 0 walleye, young fish in their first year of life, reached 87 per mile. That is well above the benchmark considered excellent, which means Pelican Lake is seeing a very strong New Year class of walleye coming up. Also, good news is the success of the Muskie PIT program. PIT stands for Passive Integrated Transponders that work like a tiny ID chip for individual fish. When a muskie is tagged, that fish can be identified again later if it is caught, scanned, or passes near the right equipment. These transponders are providing the DNR with solid tracking data that can tell us the size, growth rate, and migration patterns of the muskie population in Pelican Lake. A new rule you should know about this year is smallmouth and largemouth bass between 14 and 18 inches must be thrown back, giving those fish a chance to get bigger in the years ahead. PLA also has materials ready for new fish cribs, which provide young fish with places to hide, feed, and grow. Any angler knows structure matters. The materials are ready to build new fish cribs, but the project will take volunteer muscle to assemble them and help place them in the best nursery areas of the lake, where young fish can find cover and food. Now let's move to what's above the water. Boating safety became a major issue in 2025 when some of the township funding for buoys disappeared. This meant there would be no floating markers put out on some sections of the lake to warn people about underwater hazards that can cause physical harm to boaters or damage to propellers and lower unit motors. To resolve the danger on the lake, volunteers stepped up and donated services to keep the system operating. But PLA now needs a more dependable, long-term plan. The way forward for managing hazard buoys on Pelican Lake is the full adoption of buoy responsibility by PLA, backed by a restricted buoy fund capped at $30,000. The fund would be built through the Hunting Blind Raffle, trust matching funds, memorial donations, dues, and business support. The membership vote will shape this path forward. PLA protects Pelican Lake in widening circles, from aquatic habitat beneath the surface, hazard buoys on the water, and then to the shoreline entrances. This is where aquatic invasive species must be stopped from entering the lake. This is where the Clean Boats Clean Water team comes in. Well over 3,000 boats were inspected in 2025 by a dedicated staff of 10 people on the front lines, providing hands-on guidance to boaters about best practices to stop the spread of invasive species. These inspections took place across 3 landings: Keeler's Landing on Highway Q, the State Landing on Highway G, and the Muskie Mart on Highway 45. When our inspectors cannot be present, there is an eyelids camera system that monitors boat landing activity. This image captured a single weed hanging off a trailer. This shows just how remarkably sharp our monitoring is and how easily these tiny hitchhikers can hide in plain sight. Now, we move from the lake shore to the buffer zone around the lake. This is a critical area overseen by the Land Use Committee, where native plantings serve as a natural defense for the water's edge. PLA has partnered with Hanson's Garden Village to source deep-rooting native plugs to stabilize the shoreline. These plants are now established at the Shepke Town Hall's Shoreland Restoration Garden to proactively combat erosion and ice damage along the shore. Now we move to the outer rim of protection. This is the watershed offshore and the roads where stewardship is also needed. Through Wisconsin's Adopt a Highway program, the association is responsible for more than 26 miles of roadside that surround Pelican Lake, turning PLA pride into visible public service. We do road cleanup on County Roads Q, G, and Short B, along with State Highway 45. This helps prevent trash and debris from entering the lake, providing crucial upland zone watershed protection. Many people are also joining the effort by picking up litter along the road frontage next to their yards during the spring and fall Adopt a Road events. The people behind PLA make all of these projects possible. By the end of 2025, the association had grown to 352 members, including 30 new memberships. That support showed up in a big way at Winterfest, the ski show, the fundraiser, raffles, sponsorships, and merchandise sales. The many willing volunteers helped raise about $45,000. This funding provides the means to make plans come to life and shows what this community can accomplish when people work together. This is where every member can find a place to fit in. For example, the Water Quality Committee needs planners and map analysts. Fish and Wildlife needs willing hands for crib building. The Land Use Committee needs people with landscaping skills and hikers for highway cleanup. Membership and fundraising need folks with hospitality and organization skills to do outreach, networking, and planning. The work is easier when the right people find the right role. You can use the membership form on our website to tell us about the volunteer opportunities that interest you. Just go to pelicanlakeassociation.org, click membership form, and download a printable PDF. Even if you are not a member of the association but want to help out, you can fill out the contact form on our website, and we will let you know how you can join in. Shaping 2026 means carrying the momentum forward together. PLA has the plan, the science, the community events, the fundraising, and the committee structures. All it needs now is your participation in whatever way you can. Looking ahead, here is a quick overview of Red Letter Days with engaging events for 2026. See your newsletter or our website for full details. The season starts with a roadside cleanup event on June 13th. To pitch in, meet at the Shepke Town Hall at 8:30 a.m. A special event happens on Saturday, July 11th, when the Conover Chain Skimmers water ski team puts on the annual ski show on Pelican Lake. The show can be watched at 1 p.m. on shore at Garrett's Lakeview, located on County Road G, or from your boat offshore. Following the ski show, there will be a cardboard regatta. Live music will be provided by Country Rewind, who will start up at 5 p.m. The Pelican Lake fundraiser, July 25th, is from noon to 8 p.m. at the Pelican Lake Firehouse in the ball field. This community festival includes some new family games, fun food, raffle prizes, and a competitive cornhole tournament. Keeping things alive will be a local musician, Tristan Carlson, starting at 1 p.m. Then late afternoon, you'll hear the sounds of homemade brew from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. This year, our annual Membership Appreciation Day is Saturday, August 15th at the Boiling Springs Tavern on County Road G. The food service will begin at 1 p.m. with a free lunch for members. You can bring a side dish to share. There will also be live music from 2 p.m. until 6 p.m. with Comstock Lode Country Band. August 22nd is the date for the PLA Meat Raffle. The event will be from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Roadside Bar on County Road G. For more details, check our website or join us on Facebook. Our Fall Adopt a Highway Roadside Cleanup takes place on August 29th with an 8:30 a.m. meetup at the Shepke Town Hall. The last event we want to mention is Winterfest 2027. Mark your calendars for February 6th. Next winter, the Pelican Lake Winterfest will be at PB&J's Place on Highway 45 from noon to 8 p.m. Watch for more details on Facebook. The 501c3 nonprofit status of the Pelican Lake Association makes it eligible for both state and federal environmental grants along with tax-deductible donations. PLA is not just for those who have a place up here. It is for everyone who visits the area and enjoys Pelican Lake living. Our gift to the next generation is a love for the great outdoors and the Northwoods of Wisconsin, along with some great memories. Our dedication and efforts have created this wonderful community of Pelican Lake. Together, we'll make sure it thrives for generations to come.